Okay, hi. Today I'm going to make a video on my computer using my webcam because I don't feel like it's like really dark. Hold on. I don't feel like getting out a camera because I don't even know where I put it. It might not even be here. But I just like to take a moment to talk about how annoyed I am at like journalists slash, I don't even know if you'd call them journalists, like people that interview other people. I guess that's a journalist. Because I'm just going to use One Direction as my example because that's what sparked this. They've been doing a lot of press and interviews and stuff lately for their movie, whatever, and I am a follower of the band, so I haven't watched every single interview that they've done, and I didn't watch the press conference either, but I've watched a bunch of the interviews, and I watched the 2 red carpet things that they've done. I would just like to say that it's not just this, but it's pretty much everyone. When interviewing bands or musicians or singers or whatever, can you maybe get a little bit more creative with your questions? Because basically, if you've seen one interview, you've seen them all. Everyone asks the same questions, they get the same answers. Sometimes the band will try and switch it up because obviously they're getting bored. You have to realize that maybe you're only interviewing them once, but they're getting a billion different interviews. So you might think that it's like you're fun and whatever, but they've probably gotten a million of these in the same day. So yeah, ask interesting questions. I saw one interviewer, I forget who it was, but he actually asked a few questions I've never actually heard the answers to before, and I thought that was interesting, but I don't know. I think the fans are the ones that know what they want to know, and you get the like younger fans and the less informed fans that do ask the questions that have already been asked, and you have to ignore those. I think journalists really need to do their research better, because you only have to watch a couple of interviews, even just watch recent interviews, and you'll know what not to ask. Like maybe they've been asked that question a few years ago, but you know. Because watching the red carpet, I think it was black carpet in New York, but watching it every time they'd read off a fan question, I already knew the answer. I could answer it before like they could even finish the question, you know? And I just find that annoying because I like watching interviews and learning about bands, but getting the same answer to which superhero they'd be if they had a superhero power gets a little old. And even I think Nick Grimshaw interviewed them the other day, kind of just like talked to them on the radio, but he said, what's the one question that you hate getting asked, that you get asked a lot? And like they answered, and it was the ones that really do get asked a lot, and it's just like people need to kind of do the research. You don't have to necessarily like stalk the entire band's life. You just have to come up with some interesting questions for once. And also, maybe this is like some kind of crazy idea. I don't know if my neighbors can hear me. My window is just open, so maybe ask them about their music or about their movie that they're doing, because you know, just asking them random, what's your favorite color? You know, they are musicians. They probably like talking about their music, and they never get asked about it, so that's just some thoughts that I have. Maybe, in order to be original, maybe you can just ask about their music, because no one does that anymore. It's all, so your families were in the film and they were crying. How did that make you feel? Because about 9 out of 10 interviews that I have seen have asked that same question, and they get the same answer. Even though sometimes a different guy will answer, a different member of the band will answer the question, he's giving you the same answer, and I'm sitting here wasting my time, which I guess I'm wasting my time anyways, because I'm just sitting watching interviews of this band, but I just can't stop anyways. But I'm wasting my time hearing answers to questions that I've already known the answer. So journalists need to come up with some cooler questions, or maybe have me take over your job, because I know what I want to know, and you don't seem to know that. So this is just a ramble, and now it's 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go. So yeah.